Pratas Smaranam gets the name from the beginning words Pratas Smarami, Hridi Samspurat Atma Tattvam. Begins with Pratas Smarami. Therefore, it is called Pratas Smaranam. That's all. A remembrance, Smaranam, Smr, to remember, to think of, to tell oneself. I use the word affirmation, right? Telling oneself. In the early in the morning, Prataha. So, if the text, the Grantha Karta, the author, we do not know who is the author of this text. As is the case with many prakaranas, we do not know who really wrote. Traditionally, we have been seeing all Shankaracharya Kritam, compositions of Sri Shankaracharya. This is also said to be a composition of Sri Shankaracharya. We don't know for sure who is the author really. The author implores, guides us to dwell upon Atma Swarupa, Brahma Swarupa, which is the truth of oneself and which is the Purushartha, Parama Purushartha, the ultimate, the goal that is sought in life by every human being, the universal seeking, universally sought is the Purushartha. So, if I tell myself, remind myself of my Swarupa in the morning, I can reasonably expect this thought, this awareness to be abiding throughout the day. The morning thought, early morning thought, as I get up, the thought I have has a profound influence upon me. That's why we do meditation, etc. early in the morning. Sandhya Vandanam, prayers, all that we do in the morning. So the Pratas Smaranam indirectly tells us to dwell on one's Swarupa. This practice, Abhyasa, as we see in the Atma Bodha, Jnana Abhyasat Vinirmalam, Ajnana Kalusham Jeevam, Jnana Abhyasat Vinirmalam Kritva, Jnanam Swayam Nashyet, Jalam Katakarenuvat, this piece of. So, Jnana Abhyasa, repeating oneself, repeating to oneself, telling to oneself, is the Abhyasa. Okay. This habit, this Abhyasa, this practice is to replace my earlier Abhyasa that I am a samsari, karta, bhokta, wanting person. This sort of Purva Abhyasa is replaced gradually by this Drida Abhyasa. Okay. Now, these slokas, the slokas that are mentioned here are predominantly Nididhyasana Para, or contemplative in nature. And in the Indian traditional music, there are certain tunes or ragas, as we call them, which are sung in particular day, particular period of the day. Like morning, certain ragas are ideal. It's not that other ragas should not be sung, but there are certain ragas which invoke the morning, the spirit of the morning. That is the morning ragas. And then there are evening ragas also. We have now CDs available. In the market now you can buy. Can get morning raga, evening raga, like ragas, the tunes, the composition that can be sung in the evening. And also there are certain ragas for the night. So this Pratas Smaranam Stotram is usually chanted in the one raga, Bhupali. Like, that is the morning raga, Bhupalam in Tamil, in South Indian Carnatic music, and also in the Hindustani music, Bhupal. Pratas Smaranam Spuratmatvam Satchit Sukham Paramahamsagatim Turiyam Yasvatnajagara Sushuptim Avaiti Nityam Brahmanishkalama Nachapuruta Sangha. Bhupala morning raga, very aptly set to morning raga. Now we look into the slokas, the meaning of the words briefly. I will chant this sloka. You have with you this book, I suppose, Shivarchanam. The first selection is Pratas Smaranam on page 1. I will chant that and then you repeat after. Om Pratas Smarami Pradesam Spuradatma Tattvam. Pratas Smarami Pradesam Spuradatma Tattvam. Satchit Sukham Paramahamsagatim Turiyam. Satchit Sukham Paramahamsagatim Turiyam. Yatsvatnajagara Sushuptimavaiti Nityam. Yatsvatnajagara Sushuptimavaiti Nityam. Tad Brahmanishkalamam Bhuta Sangha. Om, the first word, is a word indicating Paramatman, the Lord, the Paramatman, Parabrahma. Prataha Smarami. Smarami, I think of, I remember. I remember. Prataha, early in the morning. What do I remember? Hridi Samspurat. Hridi, in the heart. Hrit means heart. Hrit and heart. The English word heart, the Sanskrit word hrit, or they sound, the similar sounding words. Hridi, in my heart. Samspurat. Spurat means shining, throbbing. Samspurat, shining well. Sam means samyak, very well, shining very clearly. What is that? Hridi Samspurat. What is that? Atma Tattvam. That Atma, which is the truth. Tattvam, the truth, the true entity. Atma, which is the Tattvam. Right? Atma eva Tattvam, Atma Tattvam. Atma is the Tattvam. This is one meaning. Or the Tattvam of Atma. Atmanaha Tattvam. The Tattvam of Atma. The truth about Atma. Atma, which samspurat, which shines very clearly in my heart. Hridi samspurat Atma Tattvam Prataha Smarami. I remember the Atma Tattvam, the Tattva of Atma, which shines very clearly in my heart. How does it shine in the heart? What is the meaning of shining in the heart? Hridi Samspurat. In and through all my perceptions, cognitions, feelings, emotions, thoughts, actions, right? Changes. In and through all that, aham, 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 the invariable Spuranam. Spuranam means a throbbing like, shining like. Okay? Spandanam, Spuranam, we say. That manifests. in the form of manifest in my thoughts, in my feelings, in my actions, in my words, in my experiences, that shines. Even though I do not say, when I look at something, I do not say that, and I do not say, I, the throb is there, I, the Atma Tattvam. This shines. Atma Tattvam, I, the Atma, shine the object, shine the mind, shine the vritti. I do not keep on telling myself this. But behind my seeing an object, this Spuranam, Atma Spuranam is there. The manifestation of the Atma in the form of the seer is there. So too, when I hear, when I smell, when I think of, when I touch, right, when I remember, when I do something, when I interact with something, someone, in and through all this, that aham spuranam is there. The invariable presence. As we see in the Dakshinamurti Stotram, Balyadishvapi Jagradadishu Tata Sarvasu Avasthasvapi Vyavrittasu Anuvartamanam Ahamiti Sada Spurantam. Balya Adishu, in boyhood, in childhood, and in youth, in and through all stages of my life, every day, every moment, there is this Atma Spuranam, I, that aham iti, that Spuranam is there. It is not in the form of a thought, it's not even in the form of a cognition, but it is there, Spuranam is there. So I don't keep on telling aham all the time. I don't keep on telling. It's not that in my mind that vritti is going on. It is not going on. So it's not always in the form of a thought, but when there is a thought, when there are thoughts, and where there is no thought also, Atma Sada Spurati, shines, manifests in the form of seer, feeler, thinker, etc. Observer, knower, doer, etc. This is the samspuran. Balya Vishwapi, in boyhood and etc. in all stages every day. Jagradadishu sarvasu avasthasu, in all states of experience, such as waking, Jagrat Adi, Jagrat, Swapna, Sushuptishu. This we see in the Manisha Panchakam also, the opening. Jagrat Swapna Sushuptishu Sputatara Yasamvik Ujrimbhate. It starts with that. Sputatara Ujrimbhate. Very clearly, Sputa, clearly. Sputatara, very, very clearly, Ujrimbhate manifests in the form of the experiencer, knower, in the waking state. Jagrat Swapna Sushuptishu. So, that aham vritti, that aham spuranam, not even vritti, it is spuranam, that throb, we don't have an equivalent. The throb is not it's like, like heart is throbbing continuously, every second it's beating. Like that, aham spuranam. Heartbeat is a love, it goes on. But Atma Spuranam is not like a beating, is not like a throbbing, it is continuous. Right? It's continuous manifestation there, aham. And to that, after I say aham, I, then I say I see a part. I then know this object. I, and then hear the sound. I have this feeling. I do this action. So we start with that I, in that expression, in our thinking, in our expression, we start with that I, that kevala, that I alone is the Atma Spuranam. Hridi samspurat Atma Tattvam aham Pratas Smarami. I think of that. And this is the only invariable. Everything is variable, right? Agama, Payana, as we see in the Bhagavad Gita, Matra, Sparsha, Kaunteya, Shita, Ushna, Sukha, Dukkha, right? One time it is cold, Sita, another time it is Ushna, another time it is warm. But these are all changing. And these Shita, Ushna, hot and cold, etc., give rise to the sense of Sukha and Dukkha, right? Pleasure or displeasure, Sukha and Dukkha. Even that Sukha Dukkha also is variable, as it's very evident to us, everybody's experience. So, these are all variable, Agama, Apayinaha. And what is the only invariable? Aham. So, the experiences, the states of experiences, and the level of degree of experience, and then how I take it, how I look upon the experience, these are all varying. And they are mutually exclusive. Suppose I take a pot, feel the pot with my fingers in my hand, this is one exclusive experience. And when I take a flower and then fragrance, I smell the fragrance of the flower, or touch the feel softness of the flower, this is another exclusive experience. This experience is not this experience, right? This is different from this. When I look at the table, it is different. When I touch this, it is different. So they are all mutually exclusive. This is said as Vyavrittasu in the Dakshinamurti Sutra. Vyavritta, mutually exclusive experiences, states, right? Experiences, states, etc. They are all mutually exclusive. Like even if I am a child, that is exclusive. At the same time, when I am a child, I am not a youth, I am not an adult, I am not an elderly person. When I am an elderly person, when I grow into an elderly person, I am not a child anymore. Right? The childhood is exclusive. Only at that point, I am a child. Childhood is there. That is not boyhood or youthhood. It's not adult. So that is also exclusive. And Jagrata experience, waking experience is not the same as dream experience. Dream experience is not the same as sleep experience, right? And sleep experience is not the same as the waking experience. And next day, the again waking experience is different from the previous day's waking experience. It is different. There may be similarities, yes, similar to a large extent, yes, but still it is different, right? Like even these two pots may look alike, almost same size, made of the same material, right? Yet they are distinct. They are distinct. That is to say, this pot is not this pot, right? This Namarupa is not this Namarupa. So too, the experiences are distinct, mutually exclusive. They are all Vyavritta, mutually exclusive, distinct. One is not the other. Even in the continuous experience, we can see as one variable, one series of changing we can see. We can say that way also. So, Pratikshanam, every moment, the experiences change and one is not the other. Right? Suppose I turn from here to here, right? I keep on looking at different people, you, and then seeing you, one person is not the same as seeing the other, right? That is different. These are all Vyavritta, mutually distinct. Whereas in and through all this, the only invariable is I, Aham, is the only invariable. And that is the Nitya. The variables are Anitya, I am the only Nitya. That is the Pratas Smaranam. That I think of, that Atma Tattvam, which is Hridi Samspurat, manifest in the form of Aham in the mind, heart. And this Atma Tattvam I think upon as the invariable presence, as the Spuran Atma. I am the Atma Spurati, which shines, right? And this Atma Tattvam is, further the Acharya says, Satchit Sukham, Satchidananda Swarupam, Sat Nityam. Sat means Satyam, which is the only truth, the ultimate truth. The truth of all the variables is that invariable. In one of the prakarana called Panchadashi, in one chapter, one example is given. A very powerful illustration is given. Assume there is a huge theatre hall, right? Nataka Shala, Ranga Shala is there. One theatre hall is there. One drama, one theatre is there. Stage. And then there is an audience where the audience sit. Now, before a particular program begins, imagine that there is a bright light in the center of the hall shining. It's a shining light, bright light. And there is no one at the hall, in the hall at that moment. Now there is no one. And then the show is about to begin at say 5 o'clock. And then the light shines without any change on its part, revealing the absence of people in the hall. Revealing the absence of any activity in the hall, the light shines. Right? Not changing itself. By not changing itself. Itself does not change. It just reveals the absence of people in the hall. And then just about before the show is to begin, audience come in. They walk in and then they occupy their seats. First row, front row, second row, third row, last row, all that they occupy. And then everybody's coming in, the light shines. So and so is coming. 2 people are coming. These ladies are coming. These gentlemen are saying, these children are coming. They are sitting there. All they are coming in and they are occupying the seats. The light shines their presence. The people coming in were not there earlier, right? But the light was there earlier also. And it has not undergone any change when people come and when people occupy. Now assume that the audience seats are full. Now the light shines, revealing the presence of the audience. And then after on time the show starts. Drama, theatre, dance or something, the program starts. And then light shines on the stage also, revealing the performers, the artists on the stage. And then they are talking and they are dancing, etc. They are laughing. The characters in the drama, they cry, they laugh, they enjoy, they revel, right? And then they worry, and then they are happy. All that different scenes are there. The light shines all that. And then every scene, every part of the scene, the light shines. What's happening on the stage also. And then the audience are enjoying the show, that also that light shines. The response of the audience, as they clap, as they respond, the audience response is shined by the light shines. And then the show concludes, and then the audience really give a appreciation, right? And then the screen on, and then the actors leave the stage. And then people also, the audience also disperse. All that the light shines. And after the end of the show, everybody is out, still the light is shining. Right? So the people, absence of people, coming in of people, presence, and then whatever changes were happening, and then finally all going away, and then finally nothing is happening inside now. This lamp not changing, right? Without undergoing any change whatsoever, it keeps on shining. This example is given in the Panchadashi in one chapter. Nataka Deepa. Nataka Deepa Prakaran. Nataka is the drama theatre. Deepa the lamp in the theatre. An example, a very powerful example. I am like that light. That lamp in the Natakashala. I am like the lamp. I am not like the presence or absence of entities. I am the one which shines the presence and absence of entities. When I see an object, there is this presence. The presence of this particular cognition, this feeling, this experience, this is there. Right? I shine this particular cognition, this particular experience I shine. And when it is gone, I shine again. Again, the absence of that particular experience or the presence of some other combination. Right? So, I am the only invariable presence, which is the Sat. Sat, the invariable presence, unchanging presence, I am. And Chit, I am the consciousness, I am the Chaitanyam, which shines. Shine is a word not to be taken literally, right? Revealing the presence by itself. Swataha Siddhaha Swaprakasha. I reveal myself. I am not revealed because of some light, because of some thinking, because of some experience. I am revealed. It is not so. I being there, the experience takes place. I being there, a particular perception, cognition takes place. I being there, a particular activity takes place. So I am the Chaitanya who reveals the presence by itself, who is self-revealing. And because of the self-revealing I reveal my thinking, the perceptions, the experiences. I shine all this. I am the Saprakasha Chaitanyam. And this is Sukham, Ananda Swarupa. Right? Where nothing is wanting. There is no sense of unfulfillment. There is no incompletion in me. The sense of fulfillment and the sense of unfulfillment, wanting, these are also variable. Remember, these are all variable. Suppose I am hungry, I am thirsty, then there is some sense of want. Okay? And then I take water, and then the thirst is gone. Then I drink some cold water, satisfying, that sense of satisfaction, etc. These are all, they come and go, they are changing. Whereas I, the Atma, is ever Purna Swarupa. This is something to think about. The other day, in one of the sessions we saw, if I take a list of wants, what do you want? I may give a long list of wants. I want this much, I want now, I want later. I will give a long list. And you cannot fulfill my list. Nobody can fulfill my list. Even Brahmaji cannot fulfill my list of wants. It's because it's ever growing, keeps on changing and keep on adding, deleting. But if you really analyze, what do I really want? Really speaking, what do I want? The answer is nothing. I want nothing. It's not only for, I'm not talking about me as a person. It's as me, the Atma. What do I want? To be happy, to be myself, to be satisfied. What do I really want? Really speaking, I don't want anything. Right? To be happy, to be satisfied, to be myself, I really do not want anything. It's not that everything should be absent. Whether something is present, whether something is absent, the presence or absence, that does not really determine my sense of fulfillment. Really, my being the satisfied self, the fulfilled self, nothing, really speaking, nothing. Ennadampa vernumna, what indeed you want? Aapko kya chahiye bolo? Ennada vernum. To be happy, to be purna, what do you want? Really speaking, you don't want anything. You really don't want anything. I want so many pieces of clothing, and then so many pieces of footwear, and then this much temperature I want, this type of food I want. None of this really is an abiding thing. When I take myself as a wanting person, then I say I want this, I don't want this, etc. I say. But that is not the truth about me. In the moments of utter honesty, utter simplicity, utter openness, when I say, what do I want to be happy? I don't want anything. What do you want to be yourself? I don't want anything. Why? Because I, the Atma, is Purna. Right? The very fulfillment, the very form of fulfillment, that is me, that is a Sukham, Sukha Swarupa, Ananda Swarupa, I am. It's not to be taken as, suppose I become a Jnani, suppose, then I understood Ananda Swarupa. Lights, my eyes brightening up, and then all I ever grin all the time. Why? I am Anandoham, Sukha, ha 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 ha. Some may do, but that's not a rule. Not that no, I should be like this, eyes bright, like. It's all within. Okay? The sense of fulfillment is within. The expression may be different. One may be very quiet, like a monk meditating. Right? Does it mean that looks very somber? That's not, from the look, we may not think that the person is happy within. We may not see. And then there is another fellow who is laughing, right? A comedian say, laughing and making people laugh. Is that fellow, does it mean that the fellow is happy within? Not necessarily. Need not be. So, here, the Sukha Swarupa, I am the Purna Swarupa, Ananda Swarupa, Satchit Sukham, I am that. And also, Ananda, we understand, also this way we look at, I am the dearest, right? The love for Atma, right? I like me unconditionally. We have seen this, right? The like for itself is unconditional. Others may like me or not like me conditionally. Suppose I am rich, somebody may like me. Somebody may not like me also. Because I am rich, somebody may not like me. I am healthy, somebody may welcome it. Somebody may not like it. But then, for me, healthy or otherwise, rich or otherwise, doesn't matter. For me, my love for myself, right? The prema, parama prema aspadam I am. And we know that whatever we like it, we like something because it makes us feel happy, feel satisfied. And with reference to me, it is parama prema aspada I am. There is unconditional liking for me. That indicates I am unconditionally fulfillment. I am the Ananda Swarupa. Satchit Sukham. This will keep repeating. Okay? This is our whole, like every day we have khichdi, right? Unchanging, same menu. So too, so there is this one. This fellow went to some motel, right? But traveling, went to some motel, some wayside restaurant. Right? What is the menu? The menu card. The fellow showed a menu card. What is the menu now? Breakfast, lunch, dinner. That is the menu. That's all. That is the menu. Food. That's all the menu. Food is the menu. So here, that is the same, that constant, that unchanging. Okay. Satchit Sukham. So, when we look into Vedanta, when we study Vedanta, look into ourselves, we keep on hearing the same thing again and again and again. Brahma, Atma, Brahma, Atma, 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 Atma. என்ன வேற ஏதாவது சொல்லப்படாதான்னு எப்போ பார்த்தாலும் இந்த ஆத்மா ஆத்மா ஆல்வேஸ் யூ ஆர் டெல்லிங் ஆத்மா 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 வை டோன்ட் யூ டெல் சம்திங் எல்ஸ் வாட் டு டூ திஸ் இஸ் யூ ஆர் திஸ் வாட் ஐ ஆம் அண்ட் திஸ் இஸ் வாட் ஐ ஆம் சீக்கிங் அண்ட் fortunately this is a prema aspada. Don't get tired of looking at yourself, right? You are never tired of looking at yourself. Other people, I may become tired of how long I have to keep on seeing your face all the time. For a change, I look at the other face or somewhere else. Look at butterfly. But looking at oneself, no, it's not tiring, never tiring. Kannadi, have a mirror, that's enough. Have a mirror, and then if I have no hair, still I will do like that, as if there is some hair. So, this keep on seeing the truth. to keep on saying the truth. Satchit Sukham. And this further, Paramahamsa Gatim. Hamsa refers to a seeker. Yeah, and that in a specific way it refers to a sannyasi. It refers to Paramahamsa refers to a sannyasi of a high order. Okay, that sannyasa, that bhava is of a high order. That is a Paramahamsa. That is one meaning. And the Paramahamsasya gati, the gati, the gain, what is gained by Paramahamsa. What does the Paramahamsa gain? Moksha, that is what is gained. Brahma, that is what is gained. By knowing that I am that Brahman, I am that Atma, this is the gati here, this is the gain. Okay? Like 10th man, like the 10th man. I have gained 10th man, I have become the 10th man. This is only as if I was the 10th man. By confusion or ignorance, I did not know that. Now I know that I am the 10th man. So I am Brahman, I am Atma. This is the gati. This is the gati, the moksha of Paramahamsa. Also, we can look up this Paramahamsa. Paramahamsa as the Lord, Paramatma. Hamsa is another word for Paramatma, Ishvara, Brahman. Hamsa, which is Parama, the highest. Parama means highest. The highest entity, which is Ishvara, Paramahamsa. And who is the gati for all? Okay? Who is the gati for all? Who is the goal? What is gained is all. Is Paramatma, is you. See, when I want something, desire something, I want something, and then I do whatever necessary to get it, to have it, to experience it. I do something, and then having gotten it, I experience, and then what's happened with me? Finally, the having experience finally resolves in me only. I have gotten this. I started. I don't have this. I want this. Where did it start? Where did it come from? Where did it emanate from? From me. I don't have this. I want this. I desire this. It started in me. And then the effort for getting it, where did it happen? In me it happened. Okay? And then I get it. Where is that getting it? Where does it happen? In me. I have gotten it. I am satisfied. I am happy. Where does it happen again? In me alone. Right? So, you are the source of all desires, of all wants, and you are the source of all activity for getting it, and you are the resolution where I have gotten it, I am tripta, I am satisfied. That happens in me. That is the gati. Right? I am the gati of all my seeking, of all my feelings, etc. Of all my karma. I am the gati. And is a Paramahamsa gati. Paramascha, Hamsascha, gatihi cha. Right? Parama, this is the highest. And who is the Hamsa? The Paramatma, the consciousness, Chaitanyam, Sarvajnam, Hamsa. And also Hamsa, the bird, there is a bird, no? Hamsa. It's attributed. One attribute for that bird is purity. We say that Hamsa is a pure bird. We say so. Purity. Because it's one swan is the Hamsa is there, which is white in color. White stands for purity. So we say Hamsa is a pure bird, purity, symbol of purity. Paramahamsa, pure, Hamsa, pure, very pure, stainless. And then Gati, the abode of all. Parandhama, there is a word Parandhama. Paramdhama, the abode, Dhama, the abode. Also Dhama means light, the highest light. So the abode, ultimate abode. In in one Upanishad, one example is given. There is this falcon, the bird, falconer, it's called, I think. You can see in some places, in Africa, in Arabia, and all that. Some places you can see. Falcon, the bird, Kalugu. Falcon, the bird. Like eagle. Okay. So this man owns this bird, and this bird is trained. Okay. And then this sits in the hand of the fellow or on the shoulder of this fellow. And then he gives a command to that falcon. It's trained. The falcon is trained. The bird is trained, and then it goes, flies, takes off, flies, and then comes back, and then sits on the shoulder again, in the hand again. When the fellow stretches the hand out, the falcon, the bird, comes and sits in the hand again. Imagine such a bird, okay, with a light string attached to it. Light string. Okay. And then I am the bird owner of the bird. Okay. So I hold the string, and then the bird takes off from my hand, and then flies, and then the thread it cannot break. All imagination. Okay. Now after keeps on flying, and then having a free flight in freedom the bird has, and then after a while it gets tired, and then it comes back and sits in my hand. It comes back. Right? This example is given. So when I am awake, when I am thinking, when I am planning, wanting to experience, doing this, doing that, right? Liking that, not liking that, and then not doing that, all that, no, the mind goes out, and then all that, my thoughts and my fancies, all that wishes, all take flight, and then move around, and then finally where does it come to? Like the bird coming back to the master, I come back, my mind comes back to me, right? बैठ के दिन भर सोचा इतना सोच लिया. Okay, the day long this fellow sat and thought and felt and wanted, planned and so much, and then the night all that is shutters down, and then the fellow resolves, the thinker, the feeler, etc., resolves unto oneself. There is the gati, Paramahamsa gatim. Right? So all thoughts and etc. all come out from me, emanate from me, and then they are all sustained by me, and then they all resolve unto me. I am the Paramahamsa, I am the Gati of Paramahamsa Gatim. I am the base, I am the Adhara, I am the Adhisthana, I am the base for all my thinking, feeling, etc. And then all, like the wave comes up, sustained, and then goes back in water, as water only. So too, I manifest as a thinker, feeler, wisher, etc., doer, experiencer, enjoyer, and then finally resolves in me. Paramahamsa Gatim. And Turiyam further. Turiya means fourth. Actually, there is no fourth, there is only one. Okay, only when there is two, more than one, you have to give a number. 1, 2, 3, 4. You have to give a number. There is only one. You alone, the Atma alone, is the truth of all. There is only one. But in the transactionally, if you look at the different stages, different states of experience, we have the 3 states, no? Jagrat, Swapna, Sushupti, these 3 states. And in the 3 states, I assume, the Jiva, assume the Chidabhasa, Chaitanya Pratibimbam, the reflection of consciousness, the reflected consciousness, Chit Pratibimba or Chidabhasa or the Jiva, I assume different status. Waker in the waking state, dreamer in the dream state, and sleeper in the sleeping state. So these are the different Jagrat, Swapna, Sushupti. I am the waker, I am the sleeper, I am the dreamer. Like I assume different state. Okay. In waking state, all that is happening in the waking state with reference to me as the waker happens. And in dream, all the dream experiences are with reference to me the dreamer. And sleep, absence of everything with reference to me the sleeper. So 3 states of experience is there. And compared to these 3, it is said as 4th. The truth of the 3 is said as the 4th. That's all. So this 4th here is not to be taken as one more state of experience. Right? It is not one more state of experience. Waking, dreaming, and then sleep, and then plus 4th state of experience. You can find this translation in many books, in many places. You may see this 4th state of experience. This is not a 4th state of experience. This is the 4th, which is the truth of the 3. Which is the truth of all the 3 is called as 4th. That's all. It's like even saying, suppose I see Gangaji, I see Ganga, and then there is water, and then there is wave, and then there are bubbles, and then there is foam and water. Okay? I say, in Ganga, when I look at Ganga, oh, there are waves, waking state, and there are bubbles, dream state, and there is foam, sleep state, and 4th, water. It's like saying that way. So the wave, bubble, foam, etc., these are Nama Rupa, right? Budbudani va Varini. We see in Atma Bodha, we see. Like even bubbles arise in water, not being separate from water, and then they merge as water alone. So the 3 states of experience as waking, dream, and sleep, they are all 3 states of Vyavaharika, transactional. I live my life in terms of these 3 states of experience. I interact, etc., happening in these 3 states. The truth of the 3 is I, the Atma, and which is the truth of it is distinct from that. That is not touched, not affected in the least by waking state, dream state, or sleeping state. Whatever that I experience, whatever that I see, whatever that I experience in waking state does not alter my nature, being the Sakshi, being the pure Atma, Asanga Atma, untouched by all this. Any amount of experience, any intensity of experience does not touch me at all. I am unaffected by that. I am the Sakshi, Kevalaha, I am the Sakshi. So, untouched by Jagrat, Swapna, and Sushupti. That's why it's called as 4th. The truth of all the 3, and it is untouched, unaffected by the 3, therefore it is called as 4th here. Okay. But really, not to be understood as 4th state of consciousness. It is not 4th state of consciousness. It is consciousness called 4th here compared to the 3 because it is the truth of the 3. That's all. Okay? Turiyam. Chaturtha. Chaturtha means 4th, and Chaturtha, another form is Turiyam. I am the Turiya always. Okay. The dreamer, the waker, is a manifestation in me who is Turiya Atma, Satchit Sukha, Satchidananda Atma, Turiyam. And further, next he says, Yat, that which Swapna, Jagara, Sushuptim, Avaiti. Avaiti knows, right? To whom everything is evident. That is Avaiti. Like even when I say, I see the pot, I touch the pot, this is the usual, the common expression. I see the pot, I touch the pot. This I can say as the pot is evident to me. Right? in a bigger hi-fi language, right? This is evident to me. Instead of saying I see the pot, I touch the pot, in other words, I say the pot is evident to me. To whom it is evident that there is a pot, the feeling of the pot, the sight of the pot, the shape, form, to whom it is evident? To me. To me, the seer, the sakshi, okay, evident to me. And who lights up the existence of the pot, right? That the pot exists, that's spurti, satta spurti, that beingness and a being evident. Who lights up that? I light up. So I light up the existence status of the pot. It's not that just because of me the pot exists, not that way, but that the pot exists is lit by me. That is the spurti, satta spurti. I light up the pot, and the pot is known, is evident to me again. So I am the light, because of whom, because of what, because of which the existence of the pot becomes known, and I am that light to whom the experience, the sight of the pot, etc., becomes evident. So I am the one who lights up this cognition, the experience, and I am the one to whom this is evident. Okay, so that is the avaiti, which knows. I am the Atma, which aware of, which is the sakshi. As the sakshi, I am the one who lights up, and to me things are evident. I light up, and everything is evident to me. Avaiti, knows. Knows what? Jagrat, yat swapna, jagara, sushuptim, avaiti. For the sake of meter, the order is changed. Normally we say Jagrat, Swapna, Sushupti, but here in the verse changed for the sake of meter. Yat Swapna Jagara Sushuptim Avaiti, knows. Right. Here we must understand this. Oh, so I know what's happening. Does it mean that I should know what's happening in my heart, what's happening in my stomach, what's happening in my liver, and what is happening in my brain? I should be knowing everything. No, that is not. I don't know. I better don't know. It's better that I don't know. You understand? What is happening in my stomach? I ate 4 rotis in the afternoon. Now what's happening here? I know. And then after that, then it goes to the intestine, etc. I know what's happening there. And then as I breathe in, the air goes in. I know what's happening in the lungs. Every cell, what's happening. I don't know what's happening. I better don't know. It's better that I don't know. There is so much inside, There is so much happening inside. It is really too much. We don't know what's happening inside. In one TV advertisement for one motorbike, So there's a fuel tank, okay, and then fill it, shut it, forget it. Okay. So you open the tank, petrol to the gas tank, fill petrol, gas, and then shut it. Then you forget about it. You just keep on driving. For eternity you go on driving. Not for eternity. You don't worry about that. Fill it, shut it, forget it. So fill it, shut it, forget it. But the physical system of the body, the physiology takes care of so much. So it's not that I know all that is happening in the body or the mind. It's not that I know what is happening in the brain. It's not, I don't know. But then, as a knower, as a thinker, as the one who owns this, right? It's always, I'm always evident. All these are evident to me in that sense. So, Swapna, Jagara, Sushuptim, Avaiti. To whom all these are evident. And I am Nityam. I am the unchanging principle. Jagrat, Swapna, Sushupti are all changing, but I am the Nityam. We can have this way. Jagara, Swapna, Jagara, Sushuptim, Avaiti as one separate expression. and Nityam as another expression. Or we can have Yat Swapana Jagara Sushuptim Nityam Avaiti. Nityam as a adverb. As an adverb. Always is aware of. Right? Evident always. Nityam Avaiti. Always knows. That way also we can take. Nityam Avaiti. And then says Tat Brahma. That Brahman. The word Brahma means big. Right? Infinite. Brihatvat Brahma. Brihat means big. Brahma means big, the big entity. How big? Limitlessly big. There is no limit. Desha, Kala, Vastu, that limitation in terms of place, time, and then entities, no? That sort of limitation is not there. Brahma. In terms of place, there is a limitation. The table is here, not there. No? Now, at this moment, the table is here. The table is only here. This is the Desha limitation. Limitation in terms of place. Right? So that when I hold this pot in my hand, it is in my hand. It is only here now. It is not elsewhere. It is not everywhere. This is the Desha limitation. And then Kala limitation in terms of time. Now it is there. For so many days, so many months, so many years, it is there. That is a Kala limitation. And then Vastu in terms of entity, object. This pot is not that the table is not the pot. That is a mutual, that is a distinct, the limitation is there. So, Desha, Kala, Vastu. These are the threefold limitations. But Brahman, Atma is free from all limitation. Like space. Like space, free from all limitations except Kala. Okay. So, because space also is part of, I should not say Kala, because Kala also is limited, we say. Or space is part of, Akasha is part of Srishti. Once Srishti is done, once created, then it is free from all limitations. So, I am Brahma, Atma is free from all limitations. Brihatvat Brahma, infinitely big. Paripurnam, Aparichinnam, that is the Brahma. Brihatvat Brahma. And not only that, another meaning. Brahmanatvat Brahma. Brihatvat Brahmanatvat. What fills entities? Like even this pot, what fills the pot, what makes it a pot is clay. Right? It is the clay which fills this pot. Here fills is not to be taken as keeping it inside, stuffing it with clay. This is not filling here. That the pot exists means the pot Namarupa is a Namarupa of clay. So clay is the substance. So clay fills the pot. Gold fills the golden ornament. Water fills the waves. So too, what fills everything is Brahma. Brahmanatvat Brahma. Brihatvat, infinitely large, infinitely big, infinite, and also it fills. Brihatat Brahma. Then further, Nishkalam, free from all parts. Kala means part. Limbs. These are Kala. Aspects, parts. Free from parts. Means it's not an assembly, not put together. Nishkalam, free from all parts. And then Acharya says here, Aham, I am that. Aham, Tat Brahma Nishkalam, Aham, I am that Nishkalam Brahma. Nacha, Bhuta Sangaha, I am not the mere the assembly of Bhutas, the elements. The assembly of elements called my Sthula Sharira, Sukshma Sharira, Karana Sharira. I am not the assemblage. I am the Nishkalam Brahma. I am not the Bhuta Sangaha. Okay? This we will look into. More we will look into. Purnamada Purnamidam Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Shishyate Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Guru Pyo Namaha. Hari